Thank you.
Mr. Kairidis, the previous week, in the framework of strengthening of the Greek-Saudi Arabian ties, Saudi Arabia sent the 115th Battalion of the Royal Air Force at Souda Air Base in Crete. This raised concerns in Turkey, which now tries to diplomatically approach both Saudi Arabia and Egypt in an attempt to break the good relations between these two Arab countries and Greece. What is your comment regarding the Greek-Egypt-Saudi Arabian relations and the role of Turkey on this?
I have first and foremost an advice to give to my Turkish friends and say this: the deterioration of the relationship of Turkey with all its neighbors in the Eastern Mediterranean and further than the Mediterranean, including Saudi Arabia and UAE, is not the result of a misunderstanding. And thus it cannot be corrected simply by a telephone call and some nice words. It is the result of a very real difference, of a very real structural problem. As long as Turkey tries to hegemonize Eastern Mediterranean, it will be confronted with the opposition of countries like Egypt and Israel and Saudi Arabia and the majority of the Arab countries. As long as, and this is not what I say, is what the Egyptians, for example, said to the Turkish opening: stop interfering in Libya, stop interfering in Syria, stop interfering in the Arab world if you want us to speak again. So Turkey is confronted with a very real choice. It is not a misunderstanding. It is not a superficial issue. It is something deeply believed and held in the Arab capitals. Now, as far as Greece is concerned, we welcome very much our renewed and advanced relationship with all our Arab friends. We are all very concerned about the stability in the Eastern Mediterranean and in the Middle East. As you know, there has been a power vacuum, a geostrategic vacuum in the Middle East as a result of what followed the Arab Spring in 2011 and all the various Arab civil wars in places like Syria and Libya and Yemen and Iraq, etc., and what happened in Washington. And thus we, pro-stability, pro-status quo countries like Greece are very concerned and very much wanting to work together to preserve peace and stability in the region in these very difficult times.